It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls. And that game moved the season series to 2-0.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's Allen in at the 3 spot. Smitty, two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight. But 20 years ago, it probably would have played out a little bit differently.
Yeah, totally right. I can remember when you throw the ball, you isolate the bigs on the blocks, Kevin. You wait till they get double teamed. They take up most of the shot clock, and then they kick it out to you at the last minute. And that's where you shot the 3. Right now, as you know, we see the game right now where the lane is wide open and it's played at a faster pace.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
Levine kicks to Carter. Pass to Markkanen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Allen for the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. To the middle, stolen by Markkanen. Here's the teardrop, and Levine lays it in. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
Sometimes when Levine doesn't want to challenge at the rim, he goes to the floater.
Here's Whiteside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
Now, here's Dunn. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Inside. Lets it go from 11, and the shot is long.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Here's McGruder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Dunn. Allen passes to Dunn. Shoots over Dragic. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Heat with the lead. Over to the left wing. Inside. Johnson can't hit.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Allen kicks to Markkanen. Back to Allen. Down against Dragic. Carter right side. Allen left side. Just 3 to shoot over Richardson. Fades away. Allen's shot is off.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
The kick out to Dragic. Johnson in the corner. From beyond the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the road.
It does. It keeps the crowd out of it. This is how you win on the road.
Chalk up 2 there. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
The winners of 6 championship titles, the Chicago Bulls, all in the 1990s, and all with Jordan and Pippen.
Now, here's Dunn. No points in the game yet for him. Levine finds Allen. Shoots over Dragic. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down. You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
It's Allen on the wing. Levine, the bounce pass. Allen outside. On the wing, Levine. Back to Allen. And taken away by Johnson. Dragic with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota. To the right side. Buries the long-range jumper.
He's letting someone else be the catalyst. Goran Dragic has been working on his catch-and-shoot game.
Bulls trail by 6. There's the pass to Markkanen. Al Levine. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Markkanen. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Levine for 3. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 7.
Tough to challenge Levine out there. Big lift on his shot, and you must close out quicker on him.
Magruder passes to Richardson, and Allen with the block.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Levine, he gets that one. Levine's got 9. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I caught up with Miami's head coach. His big point of emphasis was that they have to be smarter at the offensive end. He thought both of the losses were due to poor decision-making, missing the open man, getting baited into taking bad shots. He feels at their best, they have to have high percentage scoring opportunities and finish strong. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, David. Their focus is going to be on good shot selection here early, guys.
And it's going to take a team effort. They can't have guys going solo and getting themselves into tough one-on-one situations.
It wouldn't hurt to focus on their low post game. It doesn't get any more high percentage than those easy looks in tight.
No good from Dragic. Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that one comes up a bit short. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Magruder kicks to Whiteside. Here's Johnson. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Johnson. Winslow comes in for Goran Dragic. And it's Hill in for Rodney Magruder. Now here is Hill. 11-point game his last outing.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Johnson, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. Chicago also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Carter. Evans comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Moutier in for Chris Dunn. Miami leading by 3. Hill kicks to Adebayo. Shoots over Marjanovic. The shot will not fall. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well. And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And Miami making a change here. Max checked in. The Bulls making a change here as well. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Parker.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Marjanovic has got his first points of the night.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Stolen by Evans. over Johnson. The shot's good from Evans. Now just a 2-point Miami lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Johnson kicks to Hill. Now here's Winslow. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Allen dishes to Evans. Back to Allen. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. And now with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. Miami's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Johnson kicks to Winslow. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Allen finds Evans. Moutier with the ball. Down low. Here's Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And Miami has possession. The Bulls getting the bucket. Now here's Winslow. Tight defense on him. And Allen with the block. And he's able to get it back. Johnson outside. Another miss by Johnson.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And sometimes innovations can bring you back to where you started, Steve. Could we see that with post play in the future?
You know, I don't know if it'll be a lot of post play from dominant bigs. I think the post play will come back a little bit more in the form of a lot of these smaller guards are posting up a little bit more than they did, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 years.
Now here is Hill. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
When Hill comes off that screen with the ball in his hands, you better watch out.
Chicago calls timeout. Bulls making a switch here. Blakeney's checked in.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Allen. How about 43 points per, 13 assists and 11 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defensives try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Marjanovic, that one off the back iron and out.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Count that one. And now a 4-point Heat lead.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
On the wing, Evans. He's covered by Matt. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So Mack will bring it up for the Miami Heat, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
The 15-footer. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Heat out front, up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
From undrafted to $50 million man, Tyler.
I think when I finally heard that number.
And credit Johnson's work ethic, Greg, putting himself in position to earn that big payday.
Great to see an underdog make it, and that's the kind of contract that truly changes your life forever.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, we've got Tyreke Evans. Allen is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Valentine. And it's Blakeney in at the 2.
And when you watch Tyreke, sure, the injury sapped some of his athleticism, but he still finds ways to make an impact.
And Steve, you wonder, had Evans not had all the injuries, how great he could have been.
Well, he has all the skills. He has good size for a guard. He's athletic, so the ability is there. But you have to manage his minutes. That's just the reality.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Hawks was all business. He finished with 48 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Hey, David, thanks very much. He's one of those players who can do remarkable things on any given night, in any given game. That was a special game he played.
And it wasn't just the performance, guys, but really his preparation. He knew the right way to attack in every situation.
And that was the beauty of it. His ability to read and react to whatever they threw at him.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Bulls trail by 8. Passes it to Valentine. Reverses and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Justice Winslow. And Valentine recognized as the National Player of the Year his senior season.
You know, a lot of times seniors will slip in the draft. Valentine, too highly decorated to ignore. A lottery pick in 2016. One of those players who makes others better.
On the free throw, no good. Coaches are always talking, Steve, about finishing games strong. What does it take to be a great closer, a great finisher?
I think guys look at guys that can score the basketball and make plays under duress, under adversity. But I think also on the defensive end, where you have players and teams, and it's beautiful to watch on the defensive end when they don't miss assignments. Everybody is locked in, and obviously teams score the basketball, but you look and say, they made them score over the top versus giving up an easy layup.
Levine against Hill. Carter with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Parker.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Winslow. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Heat lead by 8.
Making things happen in close, that's where Winslow is most comfortable scoring the basketball.
Levine passes to Allen. And that one, good. Allen's got 13 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the inside, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Jabari Parker.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
The Bulls making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. Here's Levine. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Adebayo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. And it's Allen with the jam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Hill kicks to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami, and Hill throws it down.
You know, George Hill is an explosive athlete. He can definitely finish above the rim.
1:21 left in the first half of the game. Levine against Johnson. Levine finds Allen. And here's Levine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Good on the bucket. He's got 17.
Big difference from the first quarter to the second. His shot looks completely in rhythm now.
Johnson surveying the floor. From 12 feet out. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Levine passes to Allen. Kick out to Levine. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Max checked in for Whiteside. And a change for the Bulls. Evans, he's checked in for Emmanuel Mudiay. There's the feed to Allen. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The kick out to Hill. Shoots the 3. Again, missing Hill.
And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock. He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
Here's Johnson.
I like the defense there by Zach. Stays aware and gets himself in perfect position.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Miami's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Well, it seems the Heat's identity is always built, Steve, on defense.
Physical and nastiness, part of the system, part of the culture in Miami.
Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Dragic, and it's Magruder in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Clock at 6, Allen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And for critical calls, we've seen video review used over the last few seasons. Would you like to, Steve, see more or less of that going forward?
I would say less, and the reason why I think it's taken away from the game, the flow of the game, the momentum. I would love to see, kind of like football, we go to a challenge system down the stretch, whether it's 1 or 2 challenges a half. And then after that, if you run out of challenges, you just got to go with what the referee called. Some plays I would love to see reviewable, like whether you stepped on the line, out of bounds, or 2 or 3 for 3-pointers, or goaltending. Other than that, I would love to go to a challenge system.
Excellent idea. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Well, Heat leading by 4. Magruder kicks to Johnson. Accurate with a jumper from the elbow. Johnson's got 6.
a skilled, versatile forward. James Johnson showing what he can do from mid-range.
Allen dishes to Markkanen. Done against Dragic. Markkanen passes to Allen. Three-pointer. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. He has 5.
This is where Markkanen is lethal. Good balance off the catch, smooth mechanics, soft touch.
There's Dragic with the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Johnson's shot is off.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Allen kicks to Markkanen. Sweet little floater. Now just a 1-point Heat lead.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And that one is off.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Dragic against Dunn. Allen outside. Here's Markkanen. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. They've led by as much as 10. Tipped away. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Here is Whiteside. He's got 8, and that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. Blakeney's checked in. Whiteside kicks to Dragic. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Steve, Hassan Whiteside, a fearsome finisher inside with his length. Talk about his offensive game for us.
Well, he's starting to develop a pretty good touch out to mid-range. He has soft hands, a little floater in there. Still, it's his dunking and finishing that keeps him in the highlight reels.
And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Sacramento Kings.
And for that game against the Nuggets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Richardson kicks to Magruder. Outside Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes long.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
3-pointer, Markkanen. Miami grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
On the wing, Johnson shoots a 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Allen against Richardson. Here's Markkanen. Magruder with the rebound.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
From the baseline. He can't hit that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
The Heat leading by 3. Gets the pass to Magruder. He kicks it to Richardson. Pass to Whiteside. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Magruder, that's good. Magruder's got his first basket of the night.
The little things that make a difference. Whiteside staying alert, open man, makes the right basketball play.
Markkanen dishes to Allen. Back to Markkanen. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Bulls also changing it up. Valentine comes in for Carter, and Tyreke Evans is subbed in for Chris Dunn. They grab their own miss, and the shot goes in.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Bulls trail by 4. Allen finds Evans. Back to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Tyreke has solid floor awareness. Outstanding at knowing when one of his guys is open.
The Heat have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Hill with it. Evans picks him up. Hill passes to Winslow. Here's Adebayo. Baseline try. Rebound by the Bulls. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Markkanen, he nails it, and we're tied up. Markkanen's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Allen against Hill. Adebayo kicks to Winslow. Johnson outside. Releases. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Blakeney misses. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Heat. They've led by as much as 10. The pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Here's Mack. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
Allen outside. Pass to Evans. Out to the wing. With the floater. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Kicks it to Allen. Pass to Markkanen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Chicago needs to get off a shot here for the lead. Mack grabs the miss. For Miami, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%.
Well, Goran Dragic was selected as an alternate for the All-Star game last season. But this Miami Heat team still lacks star power.
Now Hill, he's got 11. And the 3 off target. Here's Blakeney. Misses off the left iron. The Heat are a playoff caliber team, but hard to see them really, Smitty, breaking through as presently constructed.
They have some quality young players, but make no mistake, they love to swing a trade for a franchise player.
It's deflected. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Rebound by the Bulls.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the middle, here's Adebayo, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Heat. Here's Richardson. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Back to Johnson. It's stolen by Carter. Taking a look at the Bulls. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Allen is out there with Parker, and it's Carter in at the 5 spot. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. Whiteside with it. Here's Richardson.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Got a piece of it. Here's McGruder, guarded by Levine. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
It's good from long range. And the Heat lead by 12.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
It's Allen with the drive, and they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
The Heat leading by 9. McGruder kicks to Richardson. Johnson at the elbow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
Dunn passes to Allen. And he makes good on the layup. Allen's got 14 points now in the second half.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Richardson finds Whiteside, and Allen with the block. In the corner, it's Levine. Back to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Parker, and so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Parker.
It's hard to intimidate Whiteside because he's usually the guy on the end doing the intimidating.
Feeds to Markkanen. Kicks it out to Allen. Good on the triple. Allen's got 39.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Pass to Richardson. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Whiteside. And that one comes up a bit short. Bulls trail by 6. Allen surveying the D. Back to Levine. Down low. A drive. And another one falls.
Once again, he's reached the 40-point mark as there has been no slowing him down all season.
Well, GA, with all these 40-point performances, he's close to matching the mark for third most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we haven't seen this many 40-point games in a long time. He is close to matching his heiress, Michael Jordan, who scored 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87.
Here's Dunn, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Now just a 2-point Miami lead.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Magruder kicks to Richardson. Outside Dragic. 5 on the clock. They get a hand on it. It's offline from half court.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
Here's Johnson, and just miss after miss right now. Chicago has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Carter, the pass to Allen. The dish now to Markkanen. A floater. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, I was able to hear the Heat coach go over his game plan during the break. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Allen's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Richardson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And there's the foul. It's on Rodney Magruder. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here's Allen. He kicks to Markkanen. And it's done in the corner. 5 to shoot. To take the lead.
And they've struggled from three-point range here in the second half, and it's making it that much harder for them to chip away at that lead.
And he makes the first.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half. Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Markkanen dishes to Allen. And the foul on Josh Richardson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
You know he's kicking himself, and he might hear it from the coach at the next timeout.
Magruder kicks to Johnson. Back to Magruder. Stolen by Markkanen. Back to Allen. Outside, Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Allen. Elbow shot. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand.
And so here is Chicago. 4-point game. And it's Allen with the jam.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
And it's good for 2. Richardson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Allen kicks to Levine. Here's Allen. Now the pass to Markkanen. Back to Allen. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one's on Johnson.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Magruder kicks to Johnson. Passes to Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Important time in the game. Whiteside showing the confidence to take things into his own hands.
Here's Allen, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Gets the first. That brings them within 2 here. And Allen drops them both. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Pass to Richardson. Whiteside up top, and it's Magruder in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Whiteside. Goes back up. Money! And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Pass to Markkanen. Kicks to Allen. Outside, Levine. Allen inside. Richardson covering. And another one!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 1. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dragic taking his time here. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, no good. And the foul on Josh Richardson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
He had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 3. 11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Is what's your take?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
Here's Dragic from outside. The 3 won't fall.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so it's Chicago winning the